All right. Welcome.
Hey,
You ready?
hmm
Okay. For people meeting you for the first time, who is Eduardo behind the pen?
my name is Eduardo. I'm a poet and author with Game Tales Publications. I got the books Love, Sex, Intimacy, and Understanding. And my newest book, which is my fourth one, I Better View. They're both poetry books. Um, one book is this one, Love, Sex, Intimacy, and Understanding, has poetry of love, relationships, erotic poetry, things like that. Everything that's in the title. Um, my fourth book, I Better View, is more of has a lot of like poetry related to grief. The fourth book, I Better View, is dedicated to my mom who passed away 3 years ago.
Okay. My condolences.
Thank you.
When did you start writing poetry?
I started when I was 16. At the time when I first started, it was to understand more of like the situations that were going on around me. At the time, I was in foster care, and so that whole transition um, was something new and different. And so I used poetry as a way to understand like my own feelings, what was going on around me, and just to be able to process um, what was going
Okay. What made you fall in love with writing?
on. What I love about writing and like what made me fall in love with it is that, and anyone can do it, right? Being able to like express yourself, putting ideas into words that sometimes it's hard to explain, or verbally say. So
Okay.
sometimes, yeah, people, not people, but it comes out easier when when you're able to write it.
Okay. Um, what was the first poem you wrote that felt real to you?
Um, hmm. I would have to say it would be the two poems um, that I have in mind. Um, they were the first two poems that I memorized. One being about love at first sight, and another one being about substances.
Okay. Okay. You want to talk more about that, or you want to go on to the next question? You want to
Oh yeah.
elaborate?
I could elaborate like what inspired the poems, and then I'll recite the poems. So,
Mhm.
Love at First Sight, that
Okay.
poem, I wrote it in college. At the time, I was taking a poetry class, and on the news, there were the monarch butterflies were migrating from Mexico to the U.S., and it was like the first time that had been seen in a while. Um, and so that migration is what inspired the poem. And so this is the poem.
Okay.
Love at first sight. How would I know it's there? Lately, it's been about swiping left, swiping right. Where's the connection? Lost in the disconnect of the internet and dating apps, feeling like love at first sight is out of sight. Blinded, I cannot see what love looks like. Forgetting the feeling, a world without butterflies. So when they ask, what does love at first sight look like? Tell them, you're waiting until next migration. They return to butterflies. So there's that one.
Okay.
And then the second poem, it, it was inspired through just something that I saw. Um, and it pretty much just gave me the inspiration to write it. But it goes, cook it, shoot it. The rush is endless. All it takes is one try. It's like dancing with the devil. Everyone's situation is different, but the results are the same. They become a lost soul with two left feet, walking backwards. The dance never seems to end. A crowd gathers, yelling, "You need help. Please stop." Except these curtains never close. Hypnotized from its grasp, the crowd is trapped, forced to watch entertainment turn into a horror show. The performer now form a shell of themselves, unrecognizable at times. Dancing with the devil, all it takes is one try. Step on two left feet, walking backwards. Remember what it was like to dance alone and walk forward. The only way out for the performer is to break their own foot, acting on their own accord. The crowd can empathize and encourage, sometimes falling on deaf ears, sometimes the curtain drops.
How you do it?
Huh?
How do you, how do you do it? How do you channel all your emotions and your feel well, same thing, into your poetry?
Um, I I pretty much take the experience and I break it down into like my feelings, my thoughts, um, and what I can take from it, whether it's something positive or negative. And so I just start writing and it
Okay.
just kind of pieces itself together.
Okay, okay. Next question. Go ahead.
Hmm.
Okay, okay. Who inspired you to start writing?
I would say at the time I was in therapy. Um, so I would say it was like the suggestion from my therapist.
Okay. How has your writing changed over time?
When I first started writing, I focused a lot on like my emotions, my thoughts. Um, but then I started branching out and writing about other people, places that I've been to. Um, I started to I started to write in a way that it could be applied to like a general sense, um, and something
Hmm.
to like eat. It's easy to understand.
Okay. So is that your biggest goal for people to understand what you are expressing to them? Like, is that a big thing that you stress about when you're writing? Like, you want everybody to feel and connect with your poems?
Yeah, I usually write in a way to where I would like the reader to connect to the overall poem, or theme. Um, but For me, overall, like when I write, my goal is to show others how poetry could be used for self-expression.
Okay. Has writing helped you heal or grow?
Both, both. It's helped me heal in ways of like understanding my experiences and processing them. And then as far as growing, yeah, it helps me as well understand and take away, what it is that I can learn from what I go through.
Okay. So, what you saying, theme, what topic shows up most in your poetry?
Um, hmm, I focus a lot on like mental health and social emotional learning. Um, there's a lot of poetry about grief. Mm, as of
What's
lately,
the hardest part?
oh no, go.
What's the hardest part of being a poet?
The hardest part about being a poet, I don't really think there's anything difficult. I guess it would just be more of like having, like, being able to put yourself out there.
Okay, yeah, you gotta put yourself out.
My bad, I couldn't hear you. I, s- I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you though. I think your mic might be muted.
And now it won't let me unmute. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. My mic went dead. I'm sorry about that.
Sorry.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Did you answer how have you ever felt stuck or unsure about your writing?
Um, I've had writer's block, but I find my ways around it by um, taking a pause and then just drawing inspiration um, from other places and things um, before I go back to the poem and finish it.
Okay. What has writing taught you about yourself?
Mm, writing has taught me that I can be understanding and like emotionally tuned into things that are happening around me.
Okay. What is the best message a reader has sent you?
Um, hmm. Best message, I say to continue writing, and to continue to inspire others.
Okay. How does it feel when someone says your words help them?
I think it feels great. It's very, it excites me, and it feels like I'm accomplishing my goal little by little.
Are you working on anything new right now?
Right now I'm just still I'm writing poems for my next book, which I'm hoping to finish within the next year and a half.
Okay, so my next question is going to be what can readers expect from you next?
Oh yeah,
Anything you want
so
to give?
yeah, my next, I guess my next thing would be just for my next book. I do have some interviews out right now on my link tree,
Mhm.
which I can provide the link for. And yeah, I mean, I think people should check those out. Check out the interviews that I have on my link tree. Leave any reviews on my books. Yeah.
Okay. I have a couple of quick fun questions for you. Coffee or tea? All this is while writing.
Tea.
Music or quiet?
Ooh, music.
Favorite writer or poet?
My favorite writer or poet, Rudy Francisco.
Okay. One word that describes your work.
One word that describes my work.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, honest.
Okay. If you can get your work into any celebrity's hand, who would it be and why?
So I have been able to give copies of my books to like Mike Epps. Um, who else? Oh, the comedian Morgan J. He's real funny.
Okay.
Um, but if I had a chance to like get my books into someone's hands that I haven't, it would have to be. Hmm. 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 Oh man, that's okay. I can't really answer that question. That's hard.
Nobody? You can't think of nobody?
mm, hmm, mm. There's too many people. I can't really like pick one.
Okay. Well, thank you, Eduardo, for being here and sharing your story. Please tell everyone where they can find you and your work.
Oh yeah, so you can find me on Instagram at unknown007111, and you can find my books online on Amazon.
Okay. Thank you for watching Book Talk Live episode 7. See everyone next time.
Well, thank you.